Hello, welcome. My name is The Man That Reviews, and today we will be reviewing the amazing Yamaguchi CT Toys Agent Venom. Now, CT Toys, I've heard of them online. If I collect a lot of bootlegs and stuff like that, so I know about them. This is my first figure from them, and they're surprisingly, apparently, a really good bootleg company. So I'm really excited to tell you my thoughts on them. And Agent Venom is also a figure I really wanted. I've never owned a real amazing Yamaguchi figure, but I do have a couple of bootlegs. But I am hoping that this guy would be probably my best bootleg because some of them are falling apart. But yeah. So let's open the box and see what's inside. Okay, here we have the figure outside the packaging. I've already had a couple of weeks playing with them. I was supposed to record this video way back in September, but I got distracted. But thankfully, I have the motivation now to do this review. And I gotta say, with a couple of weeks of playing with him, he's really good. Probably my best bootleg I've had. There is issues, of course, as with all bootlegs. There's always issues. I thought normal figures there's always issues, but we'll get into that later. For now, here he is out. And first things first, let's look at the paint and detail of this figure. So I don't have the original to compare, but if you look, it looks really nice. I don't see many paint defects. You could see I like the coloring a lot. This is also for the actual figure, but you see like these more spikier armor pieces. These are painted in a different kind of black, which kind of look weird, but in some angles it looks like okay, so I don't mind. So that's the details on the figure. You can see the muscles, everything he's had. Here's the back of the figure. Pretty nice, pretty cool. Here's the face. I like the details on the face with the marks of him like looking and stuff like that. I do like that you can see the outline of the ear and everything, the outlines of his face. Like you could almost see his mouth a bit. Like it's nice. I like that. I really like that. What else? I feel like, so yeah, for the details and parts of this figure, they look really good. Now, let's look at the articulation. All right, diving onto the articulation first. Of course, this is a Revoltech figure, so you're gonna have a lot of Revoltech joints and other strange joints, but they're really known for their articulation. Starting with the head, you could see that it's in this curved ball peg, as you could see. It's mainly there so the neck could fit nicely, and it gets on the head, pops nicely. The head, it's like a double ball joint because there's another one down here. It's a weird curved double ball joint. It's weird, but yeah, you can move his wide range of movement on the neck. You can look down about that far, look up about that far. It doesn't look up that high because of this loose piece he has on around his neck, but it still looks good. And the articulation on the head's good. Going down to the shoulders, the shoulder blades kind of, they're on like a little swivel, or yeah, you can see they move about like that. That's their range, back about that much. The torso, I'm pretty sure it's on another double peg, so you can look about down that far, look up about that far. A little bit of a gap there, but I don't really see why that's going to be a problem much. Down to the waist, he has another probably double ball joint. Of course, he could swivel, looking real nice. I haven't swiveled him a lot. Could move about that to the side, about that to the side. Like, it's pretty okay. Yeah, let me take off the gun pieces so you can get the legs more. These little little purses or pouches, sorry. They're on like you could see they're on like a little peg that can go, a real Revoltech joint that can go like this. You have a wide range of motion, so you can move them around when you're posing them and stuff like that. That's good. The legs, they're on, as you can see, a ball joint, a pretty big ball joint. They can go up that hard. They can kick about that. They can go back around like that. Not too crazy, but they could split almost basically perfect, 180 degrees. There's also a swivel at the thigh that can turn, squeeze real good. The knees have a, right there. You can see they can bend really far. This piece is a little annoying, as you can see. It doesn't really bend with the knee. Looks kind of weird sometimes, but I don't mind it that much. Going down to the ankle, you can see there's this joint that could swivel, go up and down kind of for more movement and articulation. And going down to the actual foot, you can see that it's on a ball joint, I'm pretty sure, but it's limited because of the paint. And then of course we have an ankle pivot. Perfect ankle pivot. So now we can go to the arms. Now, out of the entire figure, these are the only ones that I've had an issue with. So with the arms, as you can see, there's a revoltic joint here, and actually it's like a revoltic joint with a ball joint, as you can see. I don't know if the actual figure's like this, but as you can see, it kind of popped off easily. Now, it doesn't bother me that much, but it bothers me just a little bit. It just sticks back in there like real easily, but also pops out real nice. So same thing with the other one. This one's actually a little looser actually. So you can stick it in and just pop it back out. It doesn't bother me that much. I don't know if the other CT toys have that problem, but while I have this removed, the armor piece, there's a little ball joint in the back here that clicks there, which lets you move it a bit like up and down. You can also pop it off, stuff like that. For this arm specifically, his right arm, the swivel here on his bicep was very tight in the beginning, but now it's a lot better after playing around with it a bit. Now here's his forearm, another Revoltech with a ball joint. It's really unique. I've never seen that joint till now with Revoltech. And then of course you have the wrist peg, which is a standard wrist peg. Also, this is kind of loose. Some hands are kind of loose, but I don't really mind it. I've given him big guns to hold, and sometimes they kind of weigh the arm down, so it's not the strongest arms in the world. But most of the time, you can carry heavy guns. So yeah, that's him. That's the issue I have with the articulation, really. His arms are kind of loose, but other than that, everything else is perfect for me. 10 out of 10 articulation. We're gonna look into the accessories of the figure, where this figure and of course Amazing Yamaguchi always do great in this aspect, but I'm in the accessories. Now, first things first, let's look at the hands, starting pretty basic. He comes with 6 pairs of hands. Starting off, well, technically 7 because of his default fist that he comes with, as you can see. But he also comes with, of course, some grabby hands. He comes in with some fisted hands, but with a hole, so you could plug in the web effect that's over here. You can plug it in there. He also comes with some kind of clawy hands. They're kind of sharp there to maybe, I usually use them when I have the Venom head on. Here's some calm open palm hands where he's just like relaxed. And then these aren't really for his actual hands. These are for his tendrils. You could plug him on those over there. And these ones could hold guns. And so, yeah, that's gonna be really nice. I'll show you to you guys later. Those are the hands. He comes with this grenade launcher type of gun. That's what I'm guessing what it is. It looks like a grenade launcher to me. A shotgun grenade launcher. Looks really cool. I like it. He looks great holding it. What's very interesting is that he comes with this hole that you can plug it in. But I don't know if this is in the actual figure, because I'm pretty sure Amazing Yamaguchi almost always does this, but they usually give extra joints. But the CT Toys didn't really have any extra joints. But thankfully I do have some extra. This does not come. So sometimes I just put this joint here, and then I stick it on his back, so it looks like he's mounting it on his back. So that's that hole there for, and the design looks pretty cool. I like how it looks cool. It also comes with 4 sets of these pistols, which I think look really cool. I like how there's like this big hole in the trigger part, because when he puts them on, it actually does look like it's fully containing the trigger hole, which is really nice. He comes with 4 of these. He also comes with 4 of these half pistols. These are for the pistol pouches. As you can see here, you can see that hole there. So all you gotta do is, wait, let me turn it around. All you gotta do is kind of just clip it in there, and bam. That's how you put the pouch and the gun. As you can see, you can't even notice it. It doesn't even look normal. You could put that on the side here. You could just put it right in here. Oops, the gun fell out, but you could just put it right there for the pouch. I will say though, something with my Agent Venom, this hole was perfectly fine. It worked perfectly. This one was super tight or super small. Like there wasn't enough space to fit in these. So I had to like drill in a bit with some tools to expand it. But now it works now, but that's another issue I found with my CT Toys one. But yeah, so those are the pouches. Here's some normal pouches that you could put. I'm gonna stick it right here so you could see. Yeah, there you go. So that's how it looks. Normal pouches you could put on the side. You could also put that in the other holes he has. Not these are too big, but some other holes he might have. Those are those. These are effect parts for the pistols that you saw. They look really cool. I love these effect parts. These are so cool. If you look behind, they have the outline of the pistol, as you could see. And yeah, you just kind of just put it in there. It just slots in there really nicely, nice and tight. It is loose, so you could just you could probably pick it out, yeah. You're putting a little bit of pressure, but other than that, fits perfectly. Next, we're gonna look at its slicing hand. I didn't expect the slicing hand to be kind of weird. So it looks really good. It looks awesome, looks fire. When he's holding it, it looks cool. But the way you put it on, I didn't expect it, right? I was thinking it had a small hole like this, like a normal hand, but it's just this big old hole. You don't notice either. It's just this big old hole. So what you're supposed to do apparently is it kind of sits around the actual ball part of the peg, not the peg itself, but the ball part. It sits just around there, and it doesn't fall off. It's pretty good in there, but I didn't expect it like that. And it's weird because it still works with articulation. Look at that. It's still perfectly fine there. So I didn't expect that, but that's how you're supposed to do it. I don't know if the original figure's like that, but he looks really cool with it on. Look at that. Great. So that's the hand. Next, we have the head. And boy, oh boy, this head is awesome. I really like this head. This is actually a store bonus for Revoltech. If you bought the figure from the actual Revoltech store, you would get this as a bonus head. But CZ Toys just decided to add it in there free, which is great. And yeah, I love this head. This head's so fun to put on him. I really like it. Let me put it on real quick just so you could see how it looks with it on. But yeah, look at that. That is so cool. Let me get this on. Yeah, no. I love that. I love that so much. He looks so cool with the head, but that's him. Next, we have the web pieces. Now, the actual web pieces, they're kind of strict. They're kind of curvy a bit. They're not the best material. But just so I could show you, let me get this part. This is the fisted with the hole for the web. So you just kind of stick it in there, and boom, you have him shooting it, like how Venom shoots it. It does look weird, but if you angle it right, it looks really sick. So that's how you stick it. You could also, where's my normal fist? It's right here. So This one comes, the fist also come with a hole here on the side, which you could plug him there. And you could also have him like he's swinging on it, which is really cool. So, perfect. I really like that. Now it's time to get to another really important part of the figure. This part is where you're gonna have the most fun with your creativity and all that, and that is the tendrils. Now he comes with 2 of the big tendrils. These guys are freaking cool. I do kind of wish they weren't so curved, because since they're curving inwards, there's not a lot of like action that could be held with it. I've noticed when I'm articulating them, I'd rather have them like just kind of curvy, like these, like the small tendrils. Like, I feel like the small tendrils are perfect. If the big ones were similar to these, where it just curved just outward and not inward, I would be fine. I would love it, but these do kind of look weird, and you definitely have to pose them in a specific way to come out good. But the small tendrils are also really good, so those are those. And then we have into the good part. We have these extender tendrils. Yeah, you can call them this. These are used to either extend the tendrils, or you can get one of the tendril hands and, you know, plug it in here, and boom, you have extended with a tendril hand. And of course, you slot a pistol in there, or you can slot in the bomb, or yeah, the grenade launcher. Bam, look at that. And he holds the tendrils perfectly. Definitely my favorite part. There is one weird thing I kind of noticed. You see, at first I thought that these parts were similar to the small pegs, but these are no thicker pegs, right? So those don't really work with the actual figure. I was thinking of putting like this, like I had an idea to put like this here, but it doesn't fit. So that's kind of disappointing. I really wish they were all the same joint. Of course, it wouldn't be as strong, but yeah. As you can see, you could also extend it with the tendrils. Another thing though is one of mine, I forgot which tendril it is. One of my extender tendrils is getting loose already. I put like this big one, and then they're like standing, and it kind of just, yeah, falls. Just kind of falls like that. So they're not really the greatest. They're gonna get loose really quick, but I'm fine with that. Like, I don't mind. It's not the worst thing ever. So those are those. I'm gonna put as much of these accessories on my figure, and then I'm gonna give you my final remarks, my overview of the figure in the end. I almost forgot it. Here is a stand the figure comes with. It's really good, really sturdy. I've mounted him on the stand itself, and it holds him really well. The clamps are kind of loose, but other than that, the actual joints are pretty strong. They're able to hold him up in the air for a while, so, which is good. And of course, some eyes. He comes with some extra eye pieces. He comes with night vision ones, which are really cool. He comes with these squinty ones, which look really good. And dang it, kind of loose, but you can see some more wide open eyes. My favorite ones is definitely the night vision and the squinty eyes. The squinty eyes make him look very angry, and the night vision ones are just sick. They look really good. But you'll see. I'll show you guys right now. Here is a pose I have him with all the guns and with his extenders on. He looks really cool. These are pistols that do not come with the figure. They're McFarlane pistols. I just decided to add them on so I can give him more look. But yeah, he has the night vision eyes on, and yeah, you can see this figure looks really cool. Now I'm gonna show you a pose with him in all the more venomized. And here he is in the more venomized action pose. As you can see, I have him with all his tendrils. His sword is venomized faced and shooting a web. The articulation while making this pose is great. One thing I did do is, if you notice, let me turn him around. If you notice, also I didn't use the clamp because the clamp wasn't tight enough. So I just ended up sticking this here on his bum. But what I want you to notice is with the tendrils. Now, the tendrils are I have this part, and where is it? this part next to it. As you can see, yeah, let me move this. This part and this part are two parts of the extended tendril. Now to make them shorter, because if the full extended was with the long tendrils, as you can see here, with these long tendrils, it would be way too long, I feel like, for the figure, which you can make it work, but me personally, I thought it was too long. So I just ended up removing a piece of the extended tendril to make these longer ones shorter, as you can see. So that's something you could do. Here he is at the web, as you can see. Look at that action pose, beautiful. So yeah, overall, this figure is honestly, I would say 8. It's a solid 8 for me. This figure is really cool. It's really great. The articulation's fire. Although the arms gave me issue, which does remove a bit, they're really good. I found the tendrils being a little bit annoying at times. That, you know, it's a bootleg, so they do like get weaker at times. But overall, I thought this figure was great. And other than that, the paint is really good. The accessories, what could I say? Like, it's Revoltech. They always cook with accessories. But so I think this is a really great figure. I picked up mine in AliExpress. I frequently buy stuff from AliExpress, though sometimes they do delay or they don't send them correctly. There are issues with AliExpress. I don't really mind the issues that much. I'm a very patient person. But I got this figure from AliExpress for, I think, 25 bucks, like around there, probably less. And it was a great freaking pick. I sadly wish I could afford the real figures, but CT Toys, this is a perfect second. If you can't afford the original, pick this guy up. Like, look at this. It really is just a beautiful figure and amazing. And so next review, I'm gonna do another bootleg. I'll make it a surprise. And while I'm there, I'm gonna review these McFarlane gun pieces. So I'm gonna review another bootleg Revoltech figure. I won't say which one, and I'm also gonna review at the same time these McFarlane guns. So that's a little hint. It's a figure that uses guns. So yeah, this is another bootleg thing. It's a bootleg accessory pack that gives you a bunch of guns. That's where I got this pistol from. And so look out for that review. It is a little bit weird. I'll just explain that I actually had to mod the pistols to fit on the Amazing Yamaguchi figures. So, but I'll explain that later. So that's gonna be another review you should come look out for. Another review in the future is the bootleg Revoltech Flash and Reverse Flash. Now, these figures, I'm pretty sure they recently went up on AliExpress. They're a little pricey to be bootlegs, I'm not gonna lie, just a little bit pricey, but really, really good figures. I'm gonna review them hopefully very soon when they come, when I get them. I originally saw them a good like couple months ago on eBay, surprisingly. They showed up on eBay first, I think, and they were pricey. Like, the bootlegs were about $45 each, and that's pricey for a bootleg. So I was like, oh, I'm not gonna. I wanted to buy it, but at the same time, I waited to see when they'll show up on the AliExpress. And they showed up on AliExpress, and they were a lot cheaper. So still a little pricey, but cheaper. So I bought those. I'll be reviewing them soon. Flash is my favorite DC superhero, so of course I need some figures from them. So I can't wait to share you guys that bootleg, and hopefully it's a really good bootleg. I'm hoping it's a really good bootleg. If it falls apart, I'm gonna be so sad. But other than that, have a great day. This figure is amazing. I suggest getting it. CT Toys, you're amazing. And well, I'll see you guys later. God bless.